come for mommy.
Yeah, that's what we normally
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on. I like your guys' show.
Oh, hell yeah.
Honest view.
Hell yeah. You're always. Are we going?
Oh, we've been rolling.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll bleep out anything incriminating.
Yeah.
That may or may not have said.
That's everything.
Just talking to your mics as normal.
Beep,
check,
check.
check.
Boop. Check. Testing. Aye.
Very good.
Testing.
Very good.
Oh, sir,
Dude, I've
please.
seen the funniest interaction today that, like, I needed no words to know that this guy's going to jail. It was on the side of the Henday. 3-car pile up.
Nice.
Native guy giving the cop just one of these. I'm like,
Oh,
no,
no.
I'm sober. No, I'm good.
No, trust me.
That's good, dude.
I rolled by just as the thumb came up. And I was like, oh, that guy's in for a ride.
You never want to be giving a cop a big thumbs up.
Especially,
No.
too, because it's like noon right now.
Yeah, dude.
You never, ever want to be in the position to be giving a cop a big
If he
thumbs
gave
up.
a double, that's cuffs immediately.
But, like, I think given
Double
that the Oilers are going to the finals, there should just be a grace period.
Yeah,
For drunk
For
driving.
drunk
Yeah.
driving.
Yeah.
This is
They've
our
earned it.
what's that movie where you're allowed to do crime for 24?
Oh, The Purge?
The Purge.
Yeah.
This is our Purge.
Yeah.
That's the thing about The Purge is it never addressed. It's like, it assumed everyone's going to go straight to murder, but I don't think that's real.
No.
I don't think everyone's going to go straight to murder. People are just going to drunk drive, and unfortunately, kids are going to get molested.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's the real Purge. Everyone's drunk driving and like
and doing,
kidnapping.
like, Porky's shit.
Yeah, women's bathrooms are going to be off limits for a while.
Purge, Porky.
The YMCA is going to have to get like burned down.
Yeah, that'd be cool if they did one where it was just a peeping Tom jack-off guy.
Well, they follow the wrong people in The Purge. Like the first one, they follow like a rich family.
Yeah.
I want you to follow like some kid, like some 29-year-old who lives in a basement.
Brother, like they should have a version of like some white trash conspiracy theorist, you know?
Yeah.
Like
finally.
remember the Obama movie that just
Yeah,
came out?
yeah.
Remember the neighbor who's like
Oh,
Kevin
that like
Bacon?
end of the world one or
Yeah,
whatever.
and like Kevin
Yeah.
Bacon's like the fucking I don't know Alex Jones fan.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I watched a bit of every Alex. Oh yeah, you got a baby man on you.
What's up,
baby
baby
man
man?
alert.
Hey, baby
All
man.
the Obama movies look so shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look at what he's like. Look at the books he's reading.
Yeah, it's like the Phoebe Bridgers autobiography. This was fire.
Great. Fire read.
Yeah,
He's
like, every
reading a
year
book
he
on
puts out,
Jay
like, the
Dilla.
list
He's
of the
fire.
year's like gayest movies, music, and books.
Yes. Yeah, it's all of like
It's all stuff that like a 23-year-old non-binary Brooklynite would pretend to like.
when Obama's like, this is the book of the year. This is great.
my communist era.
I had a bit of a hoe year this year. Had a bit of a slut year this year. So
My
all these
favorite
books.
book this year was the instruction manual on how you take PrEP.
Obama taking PrEP. I want to thank PrEP this year for keeping me safe. Well, we didn't even do it. Boys, today we're joined by the busiest, most dangerous man in Canadian
the
comedy.
world's most dangerous podcast guest.
Yes, Uncle Hack.
Yeah, I'm off the
Notable-
touch right now. It's
Is it still Zionist?
podcaster?
Is everything still kind of
dude, it's,
spicy right now?
Oh, it's red hot.
Really?
Yeah,
God
it
damn.
won't like
It's
die
been a
down.
couple months, no?
5.
It's been 5 months.
Holy
months.
fuck! God damn!
It
I mean,
won't go away.
For our viewers who might not be familiar, it's you got dinged for like a 2 or 3 year old roast battle joke.
Yeah,
And having a shirt with Robert Picton on it.
yeah.
And that
And now you're
just taking strays all over the place.
Oh, dude, yeah. We got to be like compound media now. Like, you know how they were doing like the underground shows, with
Yeah.
secret locations.
Yeah.
That's what we've been doing, and
Damn.
like, dude, All right, I'll put it out there. I fucking try and double agent a little, and try and play their game.
Yeah,
while
sure.
I'm booking shows.
Sure.
And they still can like figure out who we are.
Really?
Yeah, like I'm trying to be as secretive as
Oh.
You guys are doing like secret locations and shit now.
Yeah.
Because you have like death threats and shit coming through, right?
Yeah, well, I don't think these people like necessarily are going to get off the couch and try and kill us.
No,
that's
yeah.
super
Yeah.
unlikely they actually would.
Yeah.
But
Like the
considering how much it stings when we occasionally get accused of copycatting, though,
Or
Yeah.
being
I would
gay.
imagine a death threat would be kind of hard to just totally shrug off.
Yeah, that's tough to ignore.
it is
It's-
a little bit, but like here's the thing: is like since I started Danger Cats, I've been kind of getting death threats right out of the gate.
I
So
guess,
it's like,
yeah.
it just becomes normal. Fucking
Yeah.
you know, you just which is kind of funny. I went to a therapy thing for the first time ever.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I brought up the death threats and stuff, and then and I like laughed about it, and she like looked at me like, "Are you serious? You're shrugging off death threats?" And I was like, "Yeah, like this has been 7 years." She's like, 7 years? What do you do?
I'm a plumber.
A little bit of an agitator.
Yeah, jeez.
Oh, me? Street performance
Do you
art.
like?
I
Do you like
kind of assumed
memes?
that would all like die down after a while.
You'd think.
So I was
but-
following the story for like a couple months.
Well, I
And I
think.
was like, they'll get tired of this eventually.
Yeah. Well, I think Walker assisted in the death of Robert Picton, so like,
Right.
I think he
Yeah.
claimed a COD fucking assist on that one.
He got the 50 XP.
Yeah, he got
Yeah,
a
you
50
guys are
XP.
notable pro Picton. Well, that's the thing too. Like I don't recall serial killers being like off limits
No.
No.
for jokes. Like
no.
that seems like that's new.
I as far as I'm concerned, don't most people like find them sexy usually?
Yeah, most of the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how many jokes have there been about like Charles Manson and Jeffrey Dahmer?
Oh,
and
millions.
Gacy and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Like millions. There's
I
there's,
have a Dahmer bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's like
but
tons
I don't
of
think I'd never recalled that being like off limits
No.
until you guys had that shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one kind of just like sparked it. Is like I think this was like this is a extreme right podcast, right?
Yes.
yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
I-
We're
oh, yeah.
we're crazy.
Chud,
Yeah.
Chud Legion, alt-right extreme game. We're mainly a Gamergate podcast.
We focus on the online battleground mostly.
Oh, perfect. This is my audience. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it was like a little bit of an attack to direct attention more so to us from, the mainstream media. The
Right.
We're
libs
like
were
the
on us.
mainstream media.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mainstream was.
Yeah.
They were. But it just doesn't make any sense how it all unfolded. Is like, first off, a 2-year-old joke upsets a comic out in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
And then that starts the onslaught of it.
Well,
So
by the way, the first time anyone's ever cared about a comic from Winnipeg.
Oh, totally.
First time anyone's ever listened to a comic from
Well,
Winnipeg
Yeah.
saying
recall
anything.
Some of the news stories I'd see where they would get out like these open micers.
That's
Like, shit.
yeah, dude, that's who they were. It's like dudes without careers. We're like, all right, I'll get a little shine, maybe a little bump in the ticket sales, and then
Yeah.
it never does for them. And for us, it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
these guys are. I'm going.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's
You
like,
can-
fuck that Uncle Hack racist guy. By the way, if you want to see me do 5 minutes at a bar show that's going to get canceled, I'll be at the Stinky Duck tomorrow.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Shut the fuck up, dude. Holy shit. Oh, my God.
If you want to hear my thoughts and opinions on racism and how it affects the workplace,
If you want to hear like a real lukewarm bit about my crazy relationship with my girlfriend, then come out to the Shitting Duck and see me do 5.
Like human resources department ass.
yeah, oh, dude.
Like,
You want to hear a joke about the work meetings on Zoom? Then you come on out and see me do 5
Those
at
are
a
crazy, right? I used to have to do shows during the pandemic on
Yeah.
Zoom. Huh? Did you guys ever? Did you go in? The worst part is you got to see the emoji, and I'm in a depressive state as it already is, and the emoji just makes me more upset because I don't hear the real laughter.
I have to look at myself for 45 minutes. Yeah, that's wild though.
That is crazy.
Yeah, and it started with that and a 2-year-old roast battle joke, and then that chick ran to the news, and then her she's got a pretty big following on TikTok and shit. So then her following went through everything. Then they found the Picton thing or the Picton T-shirt, and
Well, it also seems like it's been kind of retconned that like Picton was like an exclusively like hunting native women, which I know there was like some, but I don't remember that being like the framing.
It was all
prostitutes.
Yeah, it was all prostitutes.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, I guess you're in favor of that. But
It's a wild conversation to have while you're in a witch hat, you know. It really takes the stink out of it. That's
how
the nice thing.
That's our little diffusal method is the robes and hats.
But then I saw you guys got a big write-up on the Canadian Anti-Hate Network.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It's like this government-funded, like...
Oh.
Well, it's like...
libtard enforcement agency.
It totally is, man. It's a little trickle-down effect from the Canadian government all the way into their
And
pockets.
then I saw that you're like, what, terrorist sympathizers with the Diagolon guys?
Those guys are terrorists?
Those guys are terrorists, yeah, in their eyes. So,
Holy shit.
dude, we can get into the whole lore of that, and it's crazy. It's like, so first off, like the Canadian Anti-Hate Network is like subsidized by like Global or CBC. I
Right.
can't remember which one.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it goes all the way up to the federal government.
Yeah.
So they, because of like the freedom of information, they were able to like trace it back that they used the Canadian Anti-Hate Network to write all these articles about how these guys are white nationalists. They're gathering in the woods and they're making their own throwing stars.
That rules, by the way.
Yeah.
Sorry,
This is when-
the Diagolon guys are
Yeah.
manufacturing
Sorry.
throwing stars?
When was that
manufacturing.
illegal? When the lads meet up in the woods and make a couple throwing stars?
What, guys can't have fun anymore?
Well,
Never had a
so,
bonfire
sorry, they
before?
actually they're like, they're making they're making
No, I
We
was
have
just
credible
making that part
threats.
up. Yeah, but they
From
would like
4chan.
these guys would get together and have like barbecues with family members and shit like that, and they made it seem like they're gathering together to talk about how they can, you know, erase minorities and make the white man thrive.
Because I'm not
again.
Yeah.
super familiar with them, but it's just like a joke idea, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
It's like a fake country that they kind of gaslit people into thinking
Pretty
is
much.
But it's
real.
not
The
like
best
there's-
way I can put it is like they're like the Canadian version of InfoWars.
Right. Oh, okay.
Is essentially it.
Yeah.
And it all started off of a joke. And,
Yeah.
you know, like, sure, they get kind of serious on their streams because they're pretty, like, patriotic towards Canada.
Sure.
So they're
but
like...
they're not like imminently about to like overthrow the state. Or
No,
anything.
none of them, like, they just gather and, like, they put on fucking, I don't know, barbecues and shit like that.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just dudes that think alike getting
Yeah.
together. You know,
This
it's-
right here.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
this
It's
a
just-
terrorist group?
It is now, yeah.
Well, like, I feel like that's what like most like online groups really. It's like you like connect because you like agree with like or you like all one thing, and then as soon as you experience like the magic of just like a barbecue with your boys, you're like, well, we don't need to kill anybody. Like,
Yeah.
we can just. This is awesome, just
Yeah.
chilling with the fellas, you know.
It's nice to just say racist things to other faces, you know? Like, the screens were getting a little old, weren't they, fellas?
Yeah.
I
But
can
it's just,
finally speak my mind. It's the 90s again.
it feels good to just have like a fucking beer with the lads on a
yeah.
barbecue, you know. And it's like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's most groups. Like Gibbons, Alberta has a fucking Facebook group. They have a monthly men's meat night.
That's what I'm talking about.
There's one guy provides all the meat, and then it's
Whoa.
guys only, and other guys can just roll up and hang out and eat. This dude,
No.
it
What's this guy
ruled.
doing? Making paradise?
Yeah, he's making heaven on earth.
Yeah, just
It's like
grilling and brews?
yeah, dude. He goes to like the
Dudes.
park and he just rips the grill all night, and then like
That's sick.
it's boys only. Only guys can come, and yeah, he'll just smoke cigars and he'll give you. You got ribs, burgers, glizzies,
That's
fucking
awesome.
lamb. Yeah,
That's
I think the Canadian Anti-Hate Network should investigate that.
Gibbons men's meat night.
Men's only meat. That can't be allowed.
it is hilarious. Like if you look at any of the, I call them bloggers because that's essentially what they are in my mind.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at any of their stuff, they're just they're the most insufferable people you could
Oh.
ever hang out with. You
What?
No.
They're not a fun
Yeah.
hang.
know?
They don't like to
What
riff
a
and-
statement I just made, huh?
You're telling me your average like CBC writer is like not fun to chill with?
Oh yeah, dude.
Because you guys got written up in like every media thing. Like,
National.
I saw like CBC, like Global.
We got even,
various
like,
local ones.
Television coverage on it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Big time.
You had me, dog.
yeah, that roast battle joke has really made it around the world.
Yeah, it
That's
definitely
crazy.
has. And sorry, were you gonna?
That's just crazy. But like, that's like literally the same thing that happened to Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
Where like one thing, and then they combed through his like whole catalog.
Oh,
and
dude.
then we're like, what the fuck? So you're primed right now for a Rogan slingshot.
Oh man.
You are
Please.
You're all in position for a Rogan slingshot right now.
To get word
I'm gonna forget about you guys so quick.
Just copyright playing the
You're gonna hit me
episodes
up.
you were on. Block the number.
You're gonna be hanging with Eric Weinstein all day.
Yeah.
Just hanging with.
Yeah, too busy hanging out with Lex Friedman.
You and Lex Friedman is a crazy blunt rotation.
Oh, dude. Just go on there and be like, just go Kanye on him. Remember when Kanye went on his pod? And he went full anti-Semite on him.
It was so funny to see Kanye make like Gavin McInnes look like a moderate.
Oh.
Yeah, like
That
Alex
was
Jones
awesome.
had to be like, well, we can't say that about all Jewish people.
Yeah, well, that's
no,
like
all of them.
that was like a good reminder for like other people. It's like that's like, as much as Alex Jones gets the rat, like his reputation for some reason is being like he might as well be like the Grand Wizard of the KKK.
Yeah.
But then like when you put him in a room with a guy who in that moment, I think Kanye was, you put him in a room with a guy who genuinely is being like crazy anti-Semitic.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, oh, this Alex Jones guy's like not that crazy.
No.
He heard that and he was like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
Yeah.
whoa,
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
cool it, dude. Whoa.
Alex Jones is just like the Lady Gaga of doomsday preppers, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
He gets all the like heat, but he really is like, he's just into like reptiles and
Yeah.
who is and is
If
not
you guys
a
keep
lizard.
it up, you might be looking at like a $1 trillion fine too.
Oh, man. Yeah. If they pass that bill, I'm scorched, bro.
I mean, you guys might, if they do pass that bill, might literally be the first ones.
Yeah.
It'll be us or the Diagolon guys.
Yeah,
That's
but you
crazy.
could be in like the first like month of
Yeah.
enforcement of that.
Mhm.
Well, you
You've
just
really
do-
riled up a bunch of people who like don't have jobs and have a lot of time on their hands to seethe over some white boys having fun.
Yeah, dude.
It is a white boy summer though, so I feel like Chet announced it's a white boy summer.
He called it
He
again?
he declared. He said the groundhog has seen his shadow. It will be a white boy summer.
Thank God.
I know. So
Because I got some things on my mind.
it was so funny. I can't stop thinking about the way he announced it. He posted a screenshot of an article about himself that said he got pulled over in Miami Beach for driving a Lambo with no plates. And then the next post he said, the groundhog has seen his shadow. White boy summer has begun.
Yes.
I was like, holy
Hell
shit.
yeah.
That rocks so hard. What a sick post.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
You think Tom ever just sits there and be like, fuck?
I think he likes it. I saw a clip of him, I forget where, but he was like
stoked on it?
talking to his son, and he addressed Chet as like big man.
Big man.
Big man.
Yeah, he was like, hey, big man.
Well, he's got his other son who's just
Colin.
like exactly like him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And
So
then
he's
he's
got
got-
one retard. And
Yeah,
then, like,
yeah. There's one normal guy
boring
and then
one.
and Chet.
Yeah.
Why? Like they have the same mom, I think, right?
I would assume so.
But with Chet, you'd swear to God, his mom is like a 480-pound like Trinidadian.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like how did he come out like that?
I think he just spent the summer in Jamaica.
Is he the most powerful wigger in America today, you think?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it's
he
probably
might be.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know who this competition
Michael
would be.
Rappaport has no power anymore.
No,
Not compared
once he
to
did,
Chet.
Yeah, once he did the like went full like Jew.
Yeah.
People were like, no.
Whoa.
Wait a second, that guy's Jewish.
I thought he was a black guy. Yeah, Michael Rappaport's lost all his power.
But I think he
Eminem's
was-
barely a wigger anymore.
Well, he did. Have you watched the Houdini music video yet?
No.
Oh, he just dropped a fresh track on the fellas, and
Really?
he's like calling everything gay again. So
Really?
we
Oh.
got our Lord back.
Damn,
Oh,
it
shit.
is
The
white boy
Lord
summer.
and Savior is back. bro.
Well, it is a white boy summer.
Well,
It
that's,
is, dude.
That's a tough competition, though. If Eminem or Chet Hanks, is the top wigger
Top
in America.
We should do it. America's Next Top Wigger. like running like
Man, that'll like you'll get like some fucking wacko from the sticks of Alabama that just he was their black guy for the longest time.
He was the blackest guy in
Yeah, he's leading the charge on the civil rights movement down in fucking.
Yeah, he's not even. He doesn't speak in like AAVE. He speaks like Martin Luther King. He's like, gentlemen,
my brothers and sisters.
when I look around the room, I see potential for unity.
Welcome to the men's only grilling session.
You should host that. Uncle Hack's Next Top Wigger.
Oh man, yeah, that'll
been
like solidify.
Considering becoming a wigger.
A wigger is such a cool way to be.
You weren't one for a minute?
No, I never had a wigger phase, but I'm thinking now that I'm pushing 40, it's time.
There's no better time than pushing 40
Oh,
to go
man.
full wigger.
Did
Well, I
you
was
have a
talking-
wigger phase?
Not really, no.
God, am I the only one?
You had
it,
Oh,
right?
I had a hard wigger
At
phase.
what age would that be?
It was young. It was like 14 to 16.
Okay, that's
okay.
the time.
I was super into like Chad Muska
Nice.
Oh,
and like
yeah.
G
yeah.
Unit at the
Yeah.
time.
yeah.
We would be in like what a dumb trend to hop on
That's-
living in a town of 7,000 people.
No, that's one of the only places you can get away with it.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
Like you
Was
said,
it just
you were
listening to the music, or were you wearing like trousers that needed to be pulled up and do-rags and stuff?
I didn't get into the do-rags. I got into like oversized fitted caps with
And,
the
like,
sticker still
No,
on it.
football
Big shirts
jersey?
and
Yeah,
stuff?
Echo shirts.
Yeah.
That was always the white guy staple.
Yeah.
Was an Echo shirt.
Yeah, you
There's something
fucking
about a rhino that really.
hard.
But that was kind of the
That's very
move
hard.
back then, because those were the baggy pants days.
Yeah.
And then we went through the tight pants days, and now
Yeah.
we're back in baggy pants days.
Yeah. The world is cyclical.
Cycle.
It is.
Tight pants are coming back pretty soon.
Yeah.
Once bisexual women are done with baggy pants. they'll
Yeah,
be
they
back.
gotta. It is weird seeing them in like Tim's and like.
I think it's so funny. They're dressing like Spanish women have been dressing for 20 years. Big ass jeans and Timbs. Everyone's dressing like Latin women now.
But it seems
think
like
you're
the trend right now is big pants and small shirts.
Yes. Latin Spanish women.
Yeah.
Have been
That
doing
was
that.
like
Yeah.
the whole. That was
That's
2002.
GTA 3. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
2002 was like being like the fucking. Remember Randy River? Those Randy River jeans? Or are you guys too young for that?
I don't recall that. I remember Jenkos,
Jankos?
like those giant,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
lady
yeah.
skip
Okay,
pants.
yeah.
Yeah, you could
Like, they were like
wide. Yeah.
Somebody
then
needs to
white
invent
beater.
like
Yes.
a secret third type of pant that is neither baggy nor skinny. It's normal.
Normal pants.
Oh,
Those
like
are
a
gay.
Levi.
Yeah, Levi 501s.
Nice, yeah, nice cowboy fit.
Yeah, they did that. Those are bootcut jeans, and they look fucking ridiculous. They're a tough thing to pull off.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, they have those in there. They're weird. The bootcut jeans. Again, ladies were wearing those in the 2000s, though.
Yeah, there was a different time back then. And now the fashion's coming. Dude, I'm seeing Ed Hardy shirts again.
Yes.
What
Yeah.
is going on? Bedazzled Ed Hardy shirts?
The Italian guys have just held out on that until it came back around.
Oh, man.
Persian and Italian guys were like, I'm not wearing it. It's going to come back.
Yeah.
Well, everything comes back because at a certain point, it's like every type of clothes has been invented.
Yeah.
So somebody out there's like, all right, like we're done with skinny jeans. We're bringing back big ass pants and Ed Hardy. So it's fuck it.
I can't wait for like. I hope we go through another like Guido hysteria.
You want that back?
I want it so bad.
Oh, yeah.
I want it so.
Sexual assault is legal again. There's no such thing as
Yeah.
the Me Too movement.
When we win and we defeat the Canadian Anti-Hate Network,
Well, the Guido hysteria got my dad so bad at like 40.
Really?
It got him so bad.
pulled the hair straight back and everything.
Had to shave it. He wasn't rocking it, so bald, but he was rocking like
All right.
Ed Hardy shirts,
Yeah.
True Religions, big ass like white shoes. He was like so guided. He started like working out like extra hard to have like abs and shit. Like he was guided the fuck up, dude.
That
Smelled
rules.
like an Italian guy's dick hole. Like just all the cologne in the world. Like it was awesome.
did he just see Jersey Shore and was like literally me?
Yeah, literally, yeah. Like I would catch him watching Jersey Shore all the time, and he was like, "That's so cool." And then I watched it like recently. And I was like, "What? How the fuck?" Do you watch that and be like, "Nice"?
Hell yeah.
Brother, I just rewatched the original Mighty Ducks last night.
Oh hell yeah!
When you rewatch it through like, an older mind,
Yeah.
you realize how fucking wild that movie is. Gordon Bombay
Yeah.
had to coach that team because he got a DUI. As a lawyer. That's how the movie. That's how they. That's the opening fucking kickoff.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
That rule.
DUI.
The good old days where the punishment for minor crimes was having to look after kids.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, the punishment for drinking and driving was looking after children.
And then there's a scene in the movie where there's a few things in there. You're like, whoa, what the hell is going on? There was one where he's dropping Charlie Conway off after hockey practice, right?
Right.
And they're outside. He's dropping him off, and he's like, "Yeah, good job, Charlie." And then they start wrestling a little bit, and then he starts tickling Charlie.
Sorry, this is him and like a 12-year-old boy?
Yes. Pee-wee hockey, 12 to 13. That's what he's coaching. This movie is insane.
That's
I don't know.
crazy.
Yeah, so he's and the mom's watching and giggling like, "Oh, this is just a coach and a boy."
Well, that was made back when the Boy Scouts of America was still
Respected.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
No one thought anything.
No.
They were just like, no, these.
Time people just didn't realize that was like a thing that happened.
No, yeah. Well, yeah, like people would be like, yeah, of course, Mr. Gabriel loves being the Boy Scout leader. He loves camping.
Yeah.
Why else would he? It's not that he likes going out into the woods 3 times a year with a bunch of boys.
Teaching these kids BDSM knots.
I mean, now they're the boy they-thems of America.
Well, it's like that Louis bit where he's like, I'm not saying every Boy Scout leader is a pedophile. He's like, I'm just saying probably the best ones are.
I think they literally went bankrupt from
molesting kids.
From molesting too many kids.
That's crazy.
You got to have a bankroll if you want to get into that game.
Yeah, you can't start a Boy Scouts in that. Like, imagine pitching that to people. It's like, okay, me and 3 other like 50-year-old guys are gonna take like 29 boys out into the woods for a week. What do you think, Mom? Want to sign the kid up? Everyone would be like, get the fuck away from me, you maniac.
No.
Yeah, no one would ever agree to that now.
Unless you have your own like little mini country made of solid gold, you probably don't have the bankroll to do a kid scouting.
No, it's all over. Yeah, and I was a Boy Scout. I didn't learn fucking anything. You could just go out and hang out.
Really?
Yeah, it would just like you just like sit in the woods and then like hike.
You just learned various like medical experiments.
Yeah, you just take like PCP with a bunch of adults in the woods.
Yeah.
They'd always tell you to kiss the tip. I don't know what that meant, but
yeah, you learn some things like anatomy.
I mean, that's where I got the sex talk was Boy Scouts, but like that's basically all I learned.
Yeah.
Listen, it only hurts.
It was whack actually because it was mostly like homework. Like you had to go like do shit on your own. And then just like go to them and be like, I did this for the badge. So I just like lied on like mad, like Boy Scout badges.
And they wouldn't.
No, I'd be like, all right, here you go.
They don't check.
No, nothing.
Yeah, I think both the Boy Scouts and Brownies have fallen.
Yeah,
'Cause
brownies.
Brownies was like the girl one, but they decided that the term brownie was no longer acceptable.
Well,
yeah, Boy Scouts went into bankruptcy and they've come back, but now they're just scouts.
Yeah, no one's doing that. Kids they have no interest in outside anymore.
Well, the world of the internet is way more interesting than the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I can watch Mike Wazowski from Monsters Inc. get head on my phone.
Yeah.
I don't want to camp.
Yeah.
That's what actually we should start up via our official Discord server, the Boy Gamers of America.
We go on camping trips in World of Warcraft.
Yeah. We game with teens.
You know what's still going in Asia? Is like the computer cafes. And they
Really?
are awesome. The videos that come out of those ones in like China and Thailand.
Oh, I did see one recently where like some kid spent like the family's bankroll and the dad went in there and just beat the shit out of him.
And the best part of the video is everyone else is
Locked in.
one earphone like listening and locked in on game.
Yeah.
No one even like turns around.
They're busy cheating in Korean MMOs.
It's so sick.
But I think in like China, that's like the main way people game is in the cafes.
Yeah, which is kind of swag.
What I don't get is why India isn't on that. Because we did a little deep dive a couple weeks ago. And in India, they're playing phone games.
That's the most common type of game in India is phone games.
Yeah.
I mean, checks out.
The world revolves around cell phones in India.
They're playing the snake game on Nokia. The old Nokia brick. Very good.
They're like an industry of like everything is built around cell phones. calling guys, doing scam calls,
having Bluetooths.
Yeah, watching like YouTube videos.
Because I think the only like online game I've ever played that had like a notable number of Indian people was like chess.com. That is a game you can play on your phone. Commanding it verbally through a Bluetooth.
I follow this kid on Instagram. He looks like 15, but he works at a call center in India.
Yeah.
And he posts videos every day of him calling people in America and them getting mad at him, or like them telling them like, I can't understand you, and him getting like pissed. He posts them every day. And he just like his phone's like just set up like leaned up against like his computer monitor, and he's got like a headset on, and every single video is him being like, and then they're like, man, I can't understand a fucking word you're saying, and then he's like, fuck you mother bitch, fuck you, I'll kill you, and then like hangs up. It's crazy.
He probably makes more money posting those videos
Than calling. Oh yeah, 100%.
That's his livelihood.
Yeah.
Is having Americans not understand him. Fuck you, bastard.
Fuck you, bloody bastard.
Bloody bastard.
Is the accent back? Can we do it again?
I think
Or
so.
didn't it never left? I think
I
it
mean,
just went
here
underground
we have a circle of protection cast around the show.
Yeah.
So actually, nobody's allowed to get mad at anything that happens here.
No. Yeah, I think accents have secretly been. I've never
coming back.
Okay,
Yeah.
like gay and retard are back.
fully. Yeah.
There was a period in the late 2010s where you couldn't say it anymore.
Yeah.
Now you can.
Yeah, it's back again.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It came back with a vengeance too.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like overnight. All of a sudden, everybody's like, "Faggot, retard,
Yeah.
gay."
Well, the people yearn to be able to say our best words,
Yeah. If we had better words than retard.
and we haven't quite scaled the peak yet. There's one notable exception that we're still working towards, but we've made some progress.
You ever seen that clip of Vince McMahon calling John Cena the N-word?
Yes.
It's so funny.
Well, I mean, Cena
And
kind of
Booker
earned
T,
it.
didn't he? He hit Booker T with it too.
Hulk Hogan, I'm coming for you. And then he hits it, and he's like, oh, fuck. Well, John Cena was America's most powerful wigger for a while.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he-
kind of dropped that though.
Yeah, he's veteran now. He's a
He's become a veteran.
he's basically His whole shit is like, I kind of served a little bit.
He took his purple zoot suit and got out of there.
Did he kind of serve a little bit?
No, he wears like camo shorts and a ball cap. So
And he does a lot of Make-A-Wish.
yeah, tons. He probably spent enough time wrestling in Afghanistan that it like counts as a tour.
Like when you're like a cancer kid or whatever, are they all John Cena fans, or is the Make-A-Wish guys like, we got John Cena on speed dial?
I think they are John Cena fans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be pretty sick. You're dying. John Cena comes and like suplexes you,
throws you through a table.
choke slams you.
My Make-A-Wish is I want to die on my terms. I want John Cena to fucking attitude adjustment me.
That's your maids program. Like, that's the hey.
Mates should let you choose. I don't want an injection like a dog. Like, what the fuck?
Is that what they do?
I think, yeah.
Because I know in like Europe they have like pods you get in. And they like gas you.
Oh my god.
God, Europe, I thought they stopped gassing guys. Come on. What the I thought they moved past gassing
A
people.
little gas chamber with a wooden door.
I thought
Leaks
Adolf
everywhere.
I thought Adolf kind of burned that bridge on gas.
Oh my god, there's so much room in here. This is way better than the 40s.
Yeah, the Germans are like, no, technically anybody can get in the pod. It's not just Jews or whatever.
They
You
inject you.
could be a black
Yeah,
guy.
you
get
should
in
be
there.
able to choose your. I think don't they let inmates choose? Isn't there
No.
occasionally some guy chooses to get died by firing squad or something?
What?
Am I making that up?
That sounds like some shit from like Guatemala.
Yeah, maybe.
Well,
I-
the
Yo, Hector.
Well, I think there was
streets.
an issue like in some southern states they couldn't get the lethal injection drugs, so
Oh.
they're like busting back out like the electric chair and shit.
Whew. That's a tough one.
Wow.
Yeah, getting melted. Oh my
I would
god.
probably rather get electric chaired than those the injections.
Well, I don't like the injection because it's like I don't want to go out like a sick old dog. you
Well,
know
and
what I mean?
occasionally they
That's-
fuck it up, so
Oh.
it takes you like 2 hours to die.
Oh my god. I saw a video from like France where they'll make like a little chocolate for you. And it's like a little candy and you can just like eat it and then you'll just
Leave it to the French to
Yeah.
make it a dessert.
make it
Yeah.
gay.
Yeah, like,
I mean,
oh.
like getting guillotined or whatever would be, I think, preferable than some drawn out chemical thing.
Yeah, I'd like to talk shit as long.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and see
Well,
what
and
the
it's just
freeze
like,
frame was.
bam, it's over.
Yeah. Yeah, or like hanging's a tough one. That's I don't know if I'd want to get hanged.
Well, if they do it right, you die pretty quickly because it breaks your neck. You don't like choke to death.
Yeah, but you're trusting a federal employee to do it right.
Yeah.
So they can't even register my car properly in under 45 minutes. I'm not going to trust them to kill me.
I mean, when
Your
we
fucking
all get,
mind? Are you ridiculous, dude?
I
You
mean,
guys can't even prevent homeless people from sleeping in my shed. I'm going to trust you to put me out properly?
It'll be like 9 government employees just standing there like, I don't want to fucking.
Yeah, they're missing one piece of paperwork
Yeah.
while I'm like,
they're all like telecommuting to your execution. You just have a little row of laptop screens of overweight women.
that's a
Not paying
nightmare. Yeah, big fat women like eating like pieces of a muffin on the Zoom call. That's a
I
nightmare.
can't hear you. He's choking. He's making a lot of noise right now, sir. Sir, if you don't quiet down, you're gonna have to go to the back of the line.
I mean, in the near future, when we all get executed for online racism,
yeah.
and say you could choose any way,
Yeah.
what would your choices be?
Sword fight.
Sword fight to the death.
Sword fight, a representative of the state.
Okay,
They-
and like it 1-on-1, and they just keep coming until
Yeah,
you
see
get
how
a
long-
chance to fucking.
It would be
Yeah.
nice to have an option to fight your way out of it.
Yeah, if I can win, you win.
That'd be
Yeah.
nice. That's a sick way.
Yeah. Or like a gunfight, like you put us in like an airsoft arena with like ARs. I'll activate my Call of Duty.
Yeah, if it was like the movie Gamer.
Yeah.
Just get to be a fucking-
Yeah, a gunfight against a Fed would be really fun. That would feel crazy, fighting for your
Yeah.
life with a fucking Glock.
You're out there John Wick and everybody. They're like, oh, we didn't realize that this guy was that good.
We wouldn't have agreed to this if
Yeah.
we knew he was this good.
We shouldn't have put the Canadian military in. They've been spending way too much time with
should have
diversity
checked his,
training.
It's just a big swingers club now.
his slash played on COD before we agreed to this.
We should have checked his prestige. We had no idea he was this experienced.
He came in here in a wizard suit, fooled us all.
Said he was just some online troll. I had no idea he was trained.
That would be amazing. You wipe out half the Canadian military with a Glock.
Fighting for my right to be like kind of racist on the internet.
So do I get to say it now?
At the end, it looks like the start of Terminator 2. It's just fucking
Yeah. Just walking out covered in gore, immediately go to your computer and like, boo.
N-I-G. And all the cops are like, he can do that. He earned that.
Yeah.
We can't afford to lose the other half of the force. Let them say it.
How would you go out?
I'd probably let like muscular ladies squeeze my neck with their very thick thighs. I don't know.
Some big lady.
Yeah, just ripped ladies.
Just like China.
Yeah. Revive her to come back for one last dance, and it's just popping my head like a fucking zit.
Yeah. Choking you out with her thighs.
What about you?
I've always dreamed about dying by being fired out of a cannon.
That'd be swag.
Oh, like Evil Knievel.
Yeah.
Evil
That'd be cool.
KKK. Knievel.
Maybe out into the ocean. Or just, over the prairies.
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
that
no,
fun.
yeah, go crazy. That'd be cool. It'd be
Or
cool to
directly into a brick wall.
catapult it into a brick wall.
Jordan's standing there and does the old Looney Tunes pole, and you just get shot into like some
one of
other
those,
world.
like those like circus cannons that they shoot the guy. Like one of those, but like 5 feet away from a brick wall.
Like a bug on a windshield.
Yeah.
You got to spray paint Acme on the side.
Yeah, I'd love to die by smoking an explosive cigar, blowing my head off. Well, I wonder if do they let you sign up for maids if you owe the CRA money?
You know
For
what's
being
funny?
too
I was
deep in
gonna call
debt.
them and ask. Sorry, I was.
Oh,
talking about
no.
it.
Like if you owe money, are they going to be like, well, you have to pay the $2,000 before we kill you? Because that's how they treat registering your car.
Wow. Yeah.
It's like, well, you're not allowed to legally drive the thing you bought unless you pay the fine we made up.
I often thought about this bit of calling the maids program and like asking and just playing like a complete idiot
Yeah.
and asking them like, listen, I'm a little, I ran through the CERB money and I'm not paying it back. And I'll tell you what, you can take my organs. We'll call it even. I'm ready to cash out. I had a good COVID.
You guys can send my organs to Israel
Yeah.
for research. I'll donate my body to Israel, whatever you guys want. You can prop me up Weekend at Bernie style and send me on the front lines in Ukraine. I don't care. Give my body to some Ukrainian soldiers. Throw me out to distract a tank. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's being a scarecrow in a field in Ukraine.
You just
Attach me to a drone and I can walk through the minefields.
puppet
Those
me.
modern marionette style.
Yeah, puppet me. Have me dragged behind dogs through a
So if I
minefield.
have to die, I want it to be for Ukraine.
Yeah, or Israel.
Or
One
Israel,
of those.
one of the two.
Yeah, damn, that'd be
Way to
swag.
put the boots in the ground, fellas.
We're loyal.
I like it.
I like an underdog story.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
I do wonder though, like, will they let you die if you owe them money?
I don't know.
I would imagine no.
I mean, I think they're doing some people because they're like poor. They're like, I would rather die than be homeless. I think they've done a couple of those.
Yes.
But maybe, if you owe money, it's like, no, you gotta work. You gotta pay it off.
Yeah, you have like you're like that guy from Japan who got like blasted with radiation, like all your cells are dead, and like you just your like skin's falling off, and they're like, well, we need the $1,500 before we can kill you. You just look like the fucking Elephant Man. Just your patches of your head are falling off.
I guess they've like offered the maids program for less. Like there was that Olympic or Paralympic athlete that was like, "Hey, can you just like you guys said you were going to put a wheelchair ramp into my house, you haven't done it." And they're like, "Hey,
Well,
we got this program.
now we don't have concrete,
Yeah,
but we do have.
where you're going, you won't need a ramp."
You know what? The most accessible place on earth is the kingdom of heaven. Nothing but elevators and ramps up there.
Although they say there's a stairway going there. So
Let's hope it's an escalator. You can just crawl up the escalator.
it's going to take an eternity to get up there, seeing as your condition is.
You're an Olympic, though. You're strong. You make it up quick.
Yeah, good upper body strength.
You know a cool way to die? You ever see that that new like Lockheed Martin, or maybe it's like a Raytheon new weapon, but it shoots like 1 million bullets a minute or something like that, and it's just like it just sounds like wasps. It's just like
Yeah,
getting obliterated by that thing would be kind of cool.
Chewed into mulch.
Yeah, 1 second I'm just paced, like I'm standing against the wall, and then it's just gone.
What's that thing for? Like shooting drones down or something?
That's for Palestinian babies.
Palestinian babies.
Mostly,
It's
yeah.
the Palestinian.
Yeah, that's what that's for, probably.
Neutralizing Palestinian children throwing rocks.
Just a crater in the earth. Yeah, something like that, going out like that would be swag.
We're very pro-Israel on this show.
Yeah,
I hear you, man.
Yeah.
we love
At
Israel.
this point,
We're aiming.
not?
We're aiming to target the youth, get the youth excited about Israel.
Yeah.
That's the long-term goal of this show.
I don't know.
From the
you
beginning.
guys- how do you guys feel with the Palestine protests? Are they making you more racist
They make
too?
me
or-
sick.
They make me fucking sick.
Yeah.
No, it's like I just can't bring myself to get like charged up.
No. I do. It is kind of funny that their idea of like fighting against the powers that be is like, let's put up a homeless encampment like these haven't been destroyed before.
I feel like in general, leftist street theater makes me more anti whatever they're for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yes.
from being like annoying.
Yeah, from like holding up traffic.
The
Yeah.
infighting is getting fun though. Did you
Is
see
it?
in Philadelphia?
The Pride versus Palestine.
Oh,
it's
what?
Getting good. Yeah.
Really?
It's getting good, man.
Yeah, they were blocking a Pride parade.
Oh
Because
man.
Palestinians don't get to have pride.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's getting nuts.
Whoa.
And a full brawl goes on.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't keep a level head, huh?
No, it didn't
What?
people out. Queers for Palestine took on just queers.
Oh my God.
It's like
Queers with a purpose.
we should keep in our minds the greatest victims of all of this, and that is Western white women who call themselves queer.
Yes.
They're really having a tough time.
30 to 40-year-old married Western white women. who every pride like
advocate groups that keep coming out at us are hilarious. There's this one who was like Diversity Thunder Bay. Yeah, it is great. It is fucking. It looked like the stages of cancer. And it's all white. It's just white. Dude, our audiences are more diverse than fucking diversity. It was hilarious. And they come up, we're upset.
Oh, really?
What? I don't know.
Yeah, no idea.
They had no idea what the fuck they're talking
No.
about. It's just like this white woman leading the charge and some guy in the background who's probably there because he thinks he's going to get some pussy out of this.
Yes.
And like, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like nodding, smiling.
Yeah.
Like, I almost think that he was deaf. He was old enough, like, you're like,
I don't like the jokes you made about my people.
I mean, at this point, you guys are more denounced than Hamas.
Yes.
Yeah.
As far as the Canadian government goes, they keep shoveling Israel money.
Because, like, I haven't followed it in a little bit, but when I was following the story, you guys were getting denounced left and right.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Dude, David Eby, the premier of British Columbia, came out and made a press conference statement about us, which is insane.
What possibly could the premier of British Columbia have to say about stand-up comedy?
I don't know.
It is crazy because your shows are diverse. Like, I've done Danger Rooms, and they are like the crowd is. It's not like a rally.
No, it's
It is
Rob.
it is a diverse group of people who come to see, because there's always like an appetite for like, oh, let's hear something a little challenging or like a little shocking. Like, people want that over like, oh, some Zoom meetings are weird, huh?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's like fucking. I've heard a number of times, and now I'm going to pat myself on the back here, fellas.
for
Are we
it.
allowed to
Do
do
it.
that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Go
oh,
for
that's
it.
all this is for.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
this whole show's a
Rockstroke here,
big
quick.
victory lap. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to ask for my own flowers here, if you don't mind. But
They're all strung up behind you, brother.
I see that. Nice. But like, folks are like, nice. It's finally nice to hear like some people that are willing to, throw some shit around up there. And,
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's just like you guys like get your own venues.
Yeah.
And like you have like a fan base that'll show up for it.
Yeah.
We're deliberately trying to like be away from it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we're trying to stay low key.
Do your
We're-
thing.
Yeah, like in like just stay out of the public eye.
Yeah.
Like, hey, fucking. But every now and then somebody's like, "Rah!"
Yeah. Well, it's like that overexposure thing.
Mhm.
Like I forget who I was listening to. Someone was saying like Jordan Peterson was never supposed to be
Yeah.
that big. Like he was like, that's why he's like crazy now,
Mhm.
is because he got like overexposed. He was just supposed to be for like a certain group of like internet porn addicts, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he got like overexposed because he went on like that news show or whatever and like totally owned that dumb bitch.
Dude, dunking on lips.
Did he have the Rogan slingshot? He must have been on a
Pretty
Rogan at
m-
some
He's been
point.
on
Yeah,
Rogan, like,
yeah,
4
yeah.
times.
I think he
Oh,
did.
5 times, I
Actually,
think.
yes. I think he was another Rogan
So you guys,
slingshot
I mean, I know it's tough now, but you guys are on the path
for the Rogan
of the
slingshot.
Rogan, and then you can become way too big, start popping pills.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get in a boat. Didn't he get in a boat accident?
Yeah.
Or no, that was Kevin O'Leary.
Start doing
I want to
like
be Kevin O'Leary.
sold out like 30,000 arena tours
Yeah.
where you're whacked out on pills and crying on stage.
Yeah, killing your boyfriend / personal chef on a boat.
Yeah,
The
dude.
Obama path.
Fuck yeah. That's what I'm. Man, put me in politics. I'm built for it.
Yeah, but like that is the Rogan slingshot, is to like kind of be doing your thing and have like a few people get mad,
Mm-hmm.
and then Rogan hears about it, brings you on, the whole world finds out, and then you go nuclear. Then you're launched. Like that happened to Gillis, Peterson, probably. I don't know who the fuck, like how he found Lex Friedman.
I think that was probably his CIA hand. Where it was like, you got to interview this guy.
This robot we're testing.
This droid that was made.
We gotta do the Turing test on this droid we built.
As the world's greatest conversationalist, we need you to Turing test.
You got to
this
bring
new
up
droid.
bears and owl hunting techniques to this droid and see how he responds. The guy is the most like, he's such a. It's like Ben Shapiro phenotype,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
minus the like whiny Judaism.
I saw the lamest thing ever last night.
Uh-oh.
I was locked in playing some Helldivers.
Hell yeah.
And of course, content gooning with like YouTube just playing on the other thing.
Hell yeah.
And for some reason that's beyond me, it popped up on like a new the Amazing Atheist video.
Holy, I haven't heard that name in
Dude
years.
who I assumed was dead at this point.
Do you ever see that guy?
No, I don't think I have.
He was like,
I don't know. I think you missed the generational wave that was high school atheists.
Yeah.
I was going.
it was like mid 2000s atheism.
Yeah.
But he's still doing it. Like,
Damn.
literally 20 years later.
Whoa.
And he was watching a Ben Shapiro video where Ben Shapiro was watching like a Satanist video. And it would be like, you know, the Satanist is like, we do, you know, we don't actually, it's all about rationality. And Ben Shapiro would be like, pause. Actually, no, it's not rational at all. And then the Amazing Atheist would be like, pause. Actually, Leviticus says you can't mix fabrics.
Oh my God.
It's the gayest
Holy
thing
shit.
I've ever seen in my life.
That's a nightmare.
And this dude's like probably 50
Yeah.
at this point.
Holy.
And I guess for the past 20 years, he's still doing it.
Wow.
That was like a wave that hit like my generation bad.
Was the atheist stuff?
Boys my age in high school, they got internet atheism bad.
Wow.
Especially at like a Catholic high school. It was like you walked around like you were fucking Lex Luthor, dude.
I mean, I would say
I'm
at
the
this
smartest
point,
guy on earth because a bunch of
Bunk this.
internet schizos told me that God is a myth, like Richard Dawkins and stuff, the God delusion.
At this point, being a hardcore atheist is way more embarrassing
my-
than being like whatever like a Mennonite or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, being like Amish is
And,
way
like, this
cooler
guy,
than
the
being like
Amazing
a
atheist. Like the whole time, he's got this smug like.
yeah.
Actually, it's the Bible that's logical. Ben.
Yeah, with people who say like "Have fun praying to Space Daddy," it's like just shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah, like he's still doing like flying spaghetti monster
oh
shit.
my God,
Literally 20 years later.
that was one of those trappings that could really fuck up a young man.
Like
when
he
I
was
growing
making
up.
Ben Shapiro look cool.
That's crazy. That's a tough job.
It is fun watching those types of characters now get destroyed by like just goons that are just calling you gay. Just high school trolling now is destroying these folks. You know, like, oh, I didn't realize you're gay, and then you're like, what?
What was your?
You're not allowed to say that.
Oh yeah. What's his name, big guy? Like that, because that was always. That's the reason they are what they are now, is because they could never overcome that that little bit of like hazing.
Yeah, then they got like their rise, and now like we're back.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Well, there was a period where the high school bully couldn't. They were suppressed. They couldn't be themselves.
Yeah.
And now that it's like fine to say that stuff again, like Ben Shapiro, like everyone in his comments always like, tell your sister to post nudes, big man. It's like you're. What do you say to that? Tell your sister she's got some nice honkers on her, dude.
But yeah, like, as a soillennial, it's tough seeing what my people have been degraded to. Like I saw someone on X.com the other day, another soillennial, who was like freaking out that Zoomers are eating Chick-fil-A.
What?
It was kind of like, I thought we destroyed Chick-fil-A. What are they doing? Do they realize how hateful they are?
I forgot that was a millennial thing. That Chick-fil-A
oh yeah,
closed on Sundays.
It was they did something gay, didn't they? Do something? What was Chick-fil-A's big
I mean,
controversy?
I think it's just that they were like, we're a Christian chicken sandwich store.
Yeah.
And there was a period of like the Amazing Atheist years where they were like, no way.
Yeah.
We're all gay. We won't eat the chicken.
Yeah, well, that was the same time as like the cake stores like didn't want to make a gay wedding cake.
Yeah.
It was that era of stuff.
Yeah, and this one soillennial was just
What?
It's like they hadn't realized that nobody gives a shit.
It was like that
and that the
that
chicken is good.
was that guy who was
kids are eating. Like,
was that the guy who was still like hanging out in the jungles of East Asia after World War II for
Pretty much.
26
Yeah.
years, and then they're
yeah.
and they finally found him, and they were like, "It's done, it's over."
What?
Oh,
We're finally getting a Chick-fil-A here.
thank God.
Thank God. Can't wait.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
many
it's
people are
rough.
like that though. Like I think everyone gets like one big like generational like battle that you like that shapes you as a guy, and then you kind of stop being able to like keep up with all of them. You know?
Mm-hmm. It's too much. The war is on too many fronts right now.
Yes. Yeah.
And it is hilarious. Know what I find funny now is like all these athletes would be like who was the defenseman for the Flyers when he was like not going out in warm-ups?
the Russian guy.
Yeah,
His
and
name is Prolikov. or
yeah, Prolov or
Something with a
Prolov.
P.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck it. And then the kicker from Kansas City, like the fact that they're like, gay sucks. And then they're like nice buying all of his jerseys. like we're
It's
back.
also funny to be like a kicker.
Yeah, man.
And feel like I'm straight.
And they're like, oh fuck, and then all the cheerleaders are coming out and being like, oh, well, what the fuck? And I'm like, shut up, bitch.
It's football.
It does feel like there was a bit of a sea change though, because I saw with that guy, he did that, and then they had like Patrick Mahomes and the coach and whatever were kind of like, oh well, that's his opinion, you know.
Well,
We don't
yeah.
all have that, but I feel like 5 years ago, it would have been more like
That would have destroyed
he's done.
him.
He's
Yeah,
done. He's
yeah.
out.
He would have
He's
been
out
cut from the
forever.
team. Yeah.
But they were kind of like, well, you know, we don't share that opinion, but he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
you know,
Who
whatever.
was it in the NFL? Was it Robert? Was it Bill Belichick who had emails leaked where he was calling the owner of the
No.
NFL like a gay anti-football?
It was
What was
John Gruden.
John Gruden? Yes. Yeah. He was calling the like owner of the league like a gay anti-football pussy, and he got crucified.
But if that happened now, they would just be like, well, he is kind of.
I'm going to buy his jersey. He doesn't even have a jersey, but I want it.
It was John Gruden. Yeah, he was calling him an anti-football queer.
He'd have a whistle line out the next day, turns into an influencer.
Calling someone an anti-football pussy is so funny.
Well, it's like people are expecting like
That's who all your haters are, by the way.
anti-football pussies. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But like, I think people are like their expectations are too much. Like you meet a guy who you meet the head coach of an NFL team. Why are you expecting progressive, like sexuality opinions from that guy? That guy's entire life since he was 8 years old has been football.
Yeah.
That guy spent his
Yeah.
whole life in a locker room.
Yeah.
You think you're expecting him to have like a refined take on Israel and Palestine? You fucking monkey! Like, what do you think?
Or just getting bent out of shape about what a kicker says.
Yeah,
I mean, if it's a quarterback, okay, let's talk.
that's like that's the first time anyone's ever cared about a kicker's opinion on anything. The guy who wears one single bar in front of his face and no one's allowed to touch him.
Yeah.
Don't touch him.
Are you not allowed to touch a kicker?
That's
No.
a penalty. Roughing the kicker.
Mm.
He's literally has rules protecting him from getting tackled. Like it's like as far as like gay football positions go, kicker's number one.
Easily.
I mean, if you were good at kicking a football, though,
Yeah.
it's a pretty sweet gig.
Oh, amazing. Yeah.
'Cause you come out like
Twice a game?
maybe a dozen times
And
a
if
game.
you're really good at it, you're making like $4 or $5 million a year.
yeah,
Yeah.
You come
know,
out, you do your kick.
You get to warm up on
Later,
the
guys.
side, just kick into the net all game.
Yeah.
But then it does come down to you if they have to win the game. And if you fuck up,
I guess that's the thing, you're never allowed to fuck up.
no. But I feel like kicking a football is like, and again, speaking as a fat, retarded guy with CTE, I feel like you give me 2 weeks, I could 9 out of 10 times be a great kicker.
Remember,
From
like,
what yard line?
Max 40.
You think you could 9 out of 10 on
Give
a
me
40
2
yard?
weeks of training, I could get 9 out of 10 probably.
so I remember
Alright.
like a year or two ago, I forget what team, but there was some kicker who missed like 2 kicks in a row,
Yeah.
and everyone was like, "We got to kill him."
We got to cut this guy's head off.
That was a Cleveland Browns kicker,
Was
wasn't
it?
it?
Yeah.
They were mocking him in the streets, and like it was bad. Like he
See,
was
that's-
having a bad go.
Being a kicker is high risk, high reward.
Yeah, man.
Like if you're good, life is gravy. But if you are inconsistent,
Life can get real dark real quick.
yeah, you're getting guys who idolize Dan Marino chasing you down at the grocery store. You're getting fucking assaulted at fucking Kmart, dude. You're getting tackled all over the place.
Rules don't protect you out here, kicker boy.
Yeah, you gotta like hide your face if you're a bad kicker. No, if you're a bad kicker, it's if you're inconsistent. If you get their hopes up a little bit by like nailing a couple, and then you fumble a few, then you gotta watch out.
Well, that guy who missed like 2 for the Browns or whatever, he was probably like 90% on the season. I would
probably.
imagine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be
He was a
kicker
starter,
in
yeah.
the NFL. You got to be pretty damn good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're pretty
There's only
consistent.
so many of you.
Yeah.
Not too many kids are being like, I want to be the kicker.
No, yeah. Usually they see. Usually a kicker starts from when the coach has to go to a play and he
Yeah.
sees a flexible little guy and he's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, man, you ever thought about playing football?"
This one always cries when he gets hit.
Yeah. It's like how for NBA, you see some real tall guy, and it's like, you ever play basketball?
Yeah, you see
So
some.
when they see some kid who has one giant foot. It's like, you ever thought about kicking?
The NBA, they see some tall, like 260-pound, like Eastern European guy, and they're like, "You ever play basketball? You don't have to dribble nothing. You just stand under the net. We'll feed him to you.
Yeah, it's a finger roll
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah. Just catch it and go like that. catch it, and go like that. That's all you got to worry about, big guy.
I seen a stat that like if you're 7 feet tall, you have a 1 in 5 chance of making the NBA.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh my
just
God.
no basketball talent whatsoever.
It's like,
You have a 1 in 5 chance
Holy fuck.
just by being 7 feet tall.
That's crazy, actually. Holy shit, that rules. Oh my God. We got to get that surgery.
This podcast is big in Somalia, isn't it? There's probably
yeah.
string bean Somalian pirates that are like, what?
What do you say about that?
there is hope for
Right.
you, Mobutu.
You don't have to be a pirate your whole life.
What if we hold the NBA hostage?
Are Somali pirates still going? I haven't heard anything about
Oh yeah,
that
Oh,
recently.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
everyone's getting better at like combating them now.
Oh,
Like
okay.
ships are sailing with like barbed wire all around them, and
Oh, okay.
Why don't they just open season on those guys? Like it's open water.
yeah, I don't know why they don't just like. Actually, I think I've seen some videos of guys like they do that.
They just like shoot at them.
Yeah, well, they don't have. They have like some like they'll like launch like flares into their boat and shit, and like I don't think they're allowed to like shoot them, but they like fuck with them.
Imagine your whole operation getting fucking sunk because some shooting a firework at you.
Yeah,
Are they
they'll-
not allowed to shoot them?
I don't think so.
Kind of seems like they should be.
Yes.
No.
I mean, I
If you're
think
about
it's-
to get hijacked by like shooting
Yeah.
pirates is a long tradition.
they have
what
like
do you
a.
say, fellas? If we team up and we make a paramilitary group
Ooh.
that follows
Ooh.
cargo ships and
Ooh.
we'll wipe
A
out.
PMC.
Yeah.
I've thought about that's every boy's fantasy
we
is
could
starting a
start wearing
PMC with
fake
your boys.
beards and stuff. Because now that one Russian dude's out of the picture,
Yeah, private military is open season. Oh
Yeah.
man, starting a PMC with your boys would be dynamite.
go to Africa wearing like a fake nose and stuff.
Yeah.
Doing blackface and getting away with it.
Oh,
What
we
is going on here?
brought it up last episode, but there's I think he's a Canadian journalist who just released a book where he went in blackface in the southern United States for like months to get
Yeah.
a handle on the black.
See what it's like. Apparently, he literally did like the. You ever see like the MDE like peanut Arbuckle? He did that. Like he did go nuts. He did like that. We bought like an afro wig and
That's our second biggest export is blackface guys now.
yeah, you went to like the southern U.S. and every review of the book is like, why the fuck would you do this? What, like no one bought this. No one believed that you were a black guy, dude. He was like, yeah, I got treated like shit. It's like, yeah, because you were walking around in obvious blackface.
But yeah, just
No
doing,
distinct black features
No,
whatsoever.
you look Jewish and you have an afro, clear wig on.
He just stuck his head in like a diesel exhaust pipe every morning. That'll do.
He has the like goggle, the shadow of like goggles. Looks like he put a fork in an electrical socket. His hair standing up.
Mervyn Harry style.
how does one start up a PMC though? Is there like a form you got to fill out?
No, I don't. I think you
just
just.
get hired. I think you throw
Yeah.
it out there.
I think if you can like.
smoke signal.
I think if you like take over a successfully like a small country, you kind of get some cred.
Right.
You know, so if we were able to like, if we could like overtake North Sentinel Island.
There's probably a few places you could cripple just from
Oh.
this fan base. And
Yeah.
I mean, I know some dudes that have done it here.
Yeah.
And like we're considered a first world country.
Yeah.
I can imagine that you could just pepper some.
Micronesia. Or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah,
that,
yeah. Yeah, you could take over a small country with what was that Joey Diaz line? Like with like 4 bros, you could take over.
3 bad motherfuckers.
Yeah, you could take over. It's probably true. The amount of places that are like not equipped, like that's what I liked so much about the City Hall shooter. Not that he even like was a shooter, but like the guy who went to City Hall with a gun is like the amount of people in that building who are so unequipped for any sort of combat ever.
Yeah.
And it's like good that they got shaken up. It's like good to have like a guy walk in there and like be like, I could kill you. Like the amount of people who work at City Hall who are like such gay, like non-combative baby people who like cry at like a Zoom argument.
Yeah.
It would be funny to go into City Hall with like boxing gloves on.
Going there looking like Brock Lesnar with like the UFC gloves on and some trunks. Bum,
Just
bum,
get
ba-dum.
the mayor in a chokehold. Cancel the tax hike.
So you should be able to fight the cop who gave you a speeding ticket.
I like that idea.
Yeah, you know, he has no gear, no gun to accidentally reach for. It was just you versus a 56-year-old fat guy.
Get him in
Oh
like an
man!
ankle twist.
Speaking of which, little story time.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
My
Nice.
grandfather used to be an RCMP on the
Nice.
East
An Uncle
Coast.
Hat grandfather.
There we
stories
go.
Yeah,
always
yeah.
go well.
These are phenomenal. But there was so my old man was getting bullied by one of the neighborhood kids. He came home and had like trailer grease on his head,
Oh damn.
and he was like, "It's not how we roll around here, son. Go back down there and beat the fuck out of that kid." So my dad went down like tears in his eyes, like, "Oh fuck, I gotta fight you," and just obliterated this kid. Like, to the point where that kid's old man now came to my grandpa. My grandpa like somehow managed to get in the RCMP even with a criminal history.
Nice.
How he
old
did it,
days.
I don't know.
Nice.
Back then, you just like it was a resume. He just
Yeah.
applied, and they were like, "Well, we're gonna get one on our team." Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And then the guy was like chirping him. He's like, "Ted, you know, if it wasn't for that badge, I'd lay you the fuck out." And he's like, "Well, the badge comes off." And he's like, took it off and then just pieced up this fucking guy in the front yard. So it did happen back in the day. Can confirm.
Oh.
Yeah,
Because that's
man.
all I fantasize about. Getting
Yeah.
pulled over, being like, I could take you.
And like, you know, most of the police force, you know, is like they're not.
They're not red.
No, you don't look at them and be like, ugh.
Well, every video that comes out of like a large scale like altercation, the cops always they tackle the most frail teenager every time, and
Yeah.
that's the guy they focus on. And they're like, "Get him in cuffs, get him!" And it's some 15-year-old who weighs like 100 pounds, and meanwhile, there's some like maniac German guy running around with a knife.
Did you see
Yeah.
that one from Germany like last week?
Yes,
Yes.
yeah.
Where they tackle the guy who'd like been stabbed,
Yes.
and then the jerk off gets stabbed in the neck by the knife man.
Yeah, it's like I'm
the cop
not.
died too.
He died.
Yeah, it's like
Damn.
sorry you died, bro, but you really picked the wrong guy to subdue.
Yeah. Well, the video ends with like him being like surrounded by cops, not doing anything,
Well,
just
one
like
cop-
touching his neck and being like, "Oh." And it's like, it shouldn't be this be like the one thing you're prepared to deal with?
I'm like
Yeah.
the one dude who got stabbed, like after the knifeman stabbed the other one cop in the neck, like some female cop runs in and like cuffs again the wrong guy.
Look, I'm
you
sure
guys
it's
doing?
mighty.
Scooby Doo. Fucking, they're all
running
running
through
through
the
the doors.
Like, I'm sure it's mighty stressful. I'm sure it's plenty stressful trying to figure out.
Which guy has the knife?
Yeah,
This is why we got to get more racist. If you were racist, you know, you would have been like, "Oh, that's the one." You know.
Well, that one was crazy because it's just some like kind of portly German guy who just runs up at some protest and starts going for the nut.
It was
the
like an Afghan guy.
Oh, was
Yeah.
it? Oh,
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Ah.
I think
if
they
we were more racist,
they imbibed their anti-racist training too much. And they're like, a white guy and a brown guy are going at it. Get the white guy.
yeah, walking up to like a trail of people dead. One angry Afghan guy being like, "We're not gonna assume anything. Let's look at the evidence." As he's still stabbing people. Okay, who's the aggressor here?
Yeah,
How long are we at on this one? Have we crested?
probably.
Do a little checky.
Oh,
Oh,
we're crested.
All right.
We're crested.
Fuck yeah. Gonna move over to the page now, boys. Thank you for joining us
Yeah.
for the free app with the lads.
yeah.
Mhm.
Are we still going?
We're gonna stop this one,
Yeah.
take a little break ski, and
Yeah.
then go for the page. If you're
All right. Yeah. No, not a problem.
down. Hell yeah.
See you on the page, boys.
See you on the page. If you're not
Subscribe.
joined, join.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the N-word.
That's probably true.
R.
Probably true. All right, fellas. See ya.